Hallo, wir haben beim letzten Mal die pinken Spuren fertig gemacht, weil ich weiß, und die gelbe Spur fertig gemacht. Jetzt wollte ich noch mal kurz hier reingehen, weil ich habe anscheinend vergessen, ein paar von den Räumen anzugucken. Also, ich bin direkt auf da gegangen. Es gibt noch mehr Sachen. I'm alone, so I definitely won't make any noise. There's no one to talk to. The hypocrisy of talking to myself didn't dawn on me. Nothing in there. The counter was actually completely empty. Normally, I'd have expected some kind of fire cabinet hidden underneath, but the rows were just deserted of anything of interest. The counter countered my attempt to search it. Vital component to our survival, but they don't contain anything of note. They just random plants. I tried touching them with a hand, and succeeded. But upon doing so, I realized they were fake plants. They felt like plastic. Oh, plastic. Too many books. I couldn't search them all. All of them looked fairly old too. As I blew air onto a row, dust kicked up, and I coughed, backing away. Cool. There was also a small study space back there, but nothing of your interest. A book had been left open there, but it had no writing. All it had was an empty container in the middle of its pages, sitting comfortably in a cut-out rectangle. Und das fände ich auf? Nicht komisch oder so für dich? Okay. Dann nicht. I guess. I didn't have my ATM card with me, so I couldn't take money out. Wait. These weren't ATMs. They were computers to browse the library content. Sadly enough, they weren't turned on, so I could not have made use of them. These computers suck anyway. They look extra old. Probably haven't seen use in years. Das kann sein. This wasn't the time to sit down. Warum nicht? No! I wouldn't sit down when I was in a hurry. I wouldn't change my mind even if some mystical force tried to make it happen. The stakes were here too high. Oh nein, ich will mich hinsetzen. Nein! Buh! Buh! Ich will mich hinsetzen. Nein, nicht. Okay. Ich denke, jetzt haben wir alles. Ja, cool. Da ist auch alles fertig. Und wir haben I freigeschaltet. Jetzt haben wir also I, L und Y. Mal gucken, was uns Blau bringt. Was passiert bei Blau eigentlich? Simon waits with A for the twin to come back. During this moment, A suggests a thought experiment around the infinite monkey theorem to Simon. Once the twins come back from their station, a short search of the place ensues, to which A reveals to Simon that the maps he got from the twins, apparently that had been in the star station. Simon shares his paper with G, and sees just nobody belongs. Due to how much time it took for the twins to emerge from the stars, and how long the search in the lounge and subsequently in the bar has taken, teams start coming back to those who waited. Jasmine and E arrive together, and A takes his chance to slip away with E towards the new station. The leftover four decide it's best to split up into two groups, which leaves the choice of who to go with Simon. Simon chooses to head out with Jasmine despite all the arguments they had in favor of splitting up. Jasmine hurries him to come out of the train quickly as a prank, but Simon falls for it, even if that leads him to witness another team going forward. So please. The two of them enter the pool, which makes Simon giggity some level, even if the door closes behind them and they must escape. Okay. The pool with Jasmine. While searching the pool, the team finds a strange chair. According to the solution, someone has to sit there to receive the code in the head, which Simon refuses, and Jasmine agrees to do, due to circumstances, much to his dismay. Now equipped with the code in her head, Jasmine opens the way for the both. An awkward silence settles upon them once they make their way out. Simon worries over her state some, since she has just undergone a strange process where she was transferred memories of the code itself in her head, but all Jasmine managed to do is not absentmindedly or barely pay attention to begin with. Simon decides to try to shake her with a new topic. Ja, das ist nicht wichtig. Und jetzt kommt das Neueste. Ein neues Thema, das ich anschneiden werde. Mal gucken, was passiert. After having secured herself into a seat, Jasmine suddenly let out a half-hearted scream. Ah! I watched while I grew increasingly worried at the second pace. Jasmine? She was moving. Her body was tensed up. Her eyes were open wide, almost bloodshot. She wasn't staring at anything in particular, only forward and blankly so. Are you okay, Jasmine? After about a minute, my shuddering body acted on its own. I leaped over. Grabbing the machine, I pulled onto it to try to take it apart. I was still being careful to not damage it in any way. That would hurt Jasmine, though. What are you doing to Jasmine? Don't you fuck... I was interrupted when Jasmine's head shot out to grab onto mine. She held it tightly, preventing me from messing with the machine any more than I already had. I'm okay. Just sit tight, please. I let go of the machine, powerless against Jasmine's words. The altercation had only taken a few seconds, but soon she was released from the seat. That was really intense. She tried lifting herself up from the seat, but only managed to trip forward, not too far from the edge of the pool. I immediately launched myself to her side. I helped her up to her knees, and she grunted some inaudible words. That had been quite close to turning into a tragedy. Are you alright? Did it hurt? Like I said, it wasn't my first time. In my head, I knew this sounded far different than it really was. Focus, Simon. Stop thinking of suggestive things. Your friend's head got messed with. She tried rising higher, only to slip and fall back down. I held her to stop her from rolling into the pool with my arms, and I was thankfully successful. But it was very tiring. She held her head with a hand. I helped her get back further away from the edge of the acid-tainted water. That way, if she fell again, it wouldn't be in the pool itself. Do you need some kind of rest? No, I can go. I just need to focus a little. Finally, she managed to rise up to her feet, though she kept a hand onto a wall of support. I didn't know what that thing did to her. I didn't want to know, but I had to make sure she was fine. I wouldn't be able to handle losing her to this. So what did it do? Do you know? Yes, I know. Before we go, I have something really important to tell you. I could tell she was struggling with her words. What did Jasmine want to tell me exactly? It wasn't something that meager. No, she had the expression of someone who's seen a ghost. I didn't believe in ghosts, so I was hoping she wouldn't tell me about one. It's about... I patiently waited, unwilling to urge her into the stage. It's about the code to leave the place, of course. All of a sudden, she smiled, as if all of this had been one big farce. Whatever she wanted to tell me was gone from her immediate thoughts. Was she concealing information, or was she just making fun of me? I chose to believe the latter instead of the former, yet I still thought it must have had something to do with the machine. I cursed my inability to questioning her. You got me. I mean, the machine did transfer the code into my head, just like it said. I have the memories of that now, so we can leave this place. She walked over to the door, slightly tripping over herself in the process. I tried helping her, but she held a hand up to stop me. I'll be fine. We need to go before the acid dissolves us any further. Your skin's itchy, right? Not really. She ignored my words and continued to stumble her way out. It was so clear that she was concealing something. I didn't know what to make of it. Could I trust her still? My childhood friend. It was somewhat heartbreaking if she chose to keep me out of the loop. Maybe she had a good reason, but what that was, I couldn't know for sure. If she wasn't telling me, she had a good reason not to, surely. We have to talk later. Though, okay? About what? We were in the lobby when I brought it up. About this whole thing here. That we just did. That you did. I didn't do anything. What are you talking about? Sorry, I mean. It's okay, relax. Let's take the train. I didn't know which side of the station we'd even gone down. I was only following her. While she might have been concealing information from me, I didn't want to let her go alone. Typical of me. I never wanted to let her go. As we waited for the train, I wanted to break the silence, but I didn't know what to bring up. Maybe something familiar, or just small talk? You know, ever since we woke up here, we haven't really talked about anything else other than this place, huh? She nodded slightly, but gave no verbal acknowledgement. It was like she wasn't there. So I thought maybe it would be nice if we did. Once again, Jasmine nodded at me, in a dismissive fashion. I furrowed my brow as I grew annoyed with her lack of enthusiasm. What was happening with her head? For instance, what about your drawings? How are they lately? And once again, I was given a nod to reply. It wasn't even a reply that was proper to my current question, even considering the verbal acknowledgement accompanying it. This time, I grabbed her shoulder. Jasmine, I'm talking to you. Are you a zombie? She finally woke up from whatever daydream she'd been having. Perhaps it hadn't been a daydream, but a day nightmare.
What? Oh, right. What was it again?
Your drawings. They're still doing great, yes?
Yes, of course. My drawings are doing fine. I'm just thinking a lot. Sorry if it looks like I'm ignoring you.
I highly doubt I was going to get a sensible conversation out of her. For the time being. But I tried something else anyway. Okay, then here's an easier one. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color? You already know that.
Just answer it. It's banter.
Okay, I don't know, maybe green? No, wait, blue.
Her words gave me pause. I knew she looked the color blue. She always used it in every picture she made somehow, no matter which shade it was. I knew this because my favorite color was green. I also knew it wasn't her favorite color at all. So indecisive. For a moment I thought you'd answer mine because you wanted to have things in common, but then you changed your mind. I thought it might make her blush a little, but there was no reaction of that sort.
Oh, how strange.
I could tell she still wasn't all there. Other non-committal answers were pushing me towards one conclusion. Whatever happened with the chair had been much more important than I thought. The atmosphere grew tense. The train was still not there. I needed to solve this issue before we went inside because I wanted to save my friend. Whatever demon inhabited her had to be purged somehow. All I could do was speak to her, but about which topic? Two came to mind. Directly from confronting her about the chair, or obligatory bring it up by talking about the key. Did she know something I didn't? Did I have the courage to mention the chair directly? Was it just a bad idea to talk about the key for other reasons? Believe the chair to be more relevant. I can't stay silent about this. Jasmine, you're worrying me. I grabbed her wrist, pulling her away from the side of the station. The train arrived momentarily, but I didn't let her move forward when the doors opened.
Let go of me.
No, we need to talk. What happened to you earlier wasn't normal. We can't wait for the train again after it goes. For now, let's talk.
Talk about what? There's no time to talk. If we don't hurry, everyone will leave and...
Damn, then. I don't want to keep shoving each other into horrible situations that could leave us worse than dead, Jasmine.
The nicknames.
I don't care. Don't you understand my feelings on the matter? Jasmine, the chair. What did it do to you? You've been pensive this whole time. You barely listen to what I say. As I accused her, the train drove away, sending no one nearby to take it as I pulled her back from her waiting spot. She weakly fought back against my hold, but I could tell her heart wasn't in it.
Let go. I didn't do anything.
It didn't do anything. I know what your favorite color is. It's blue, not green. I also know you're a great artist, so what happened with your eyes? You always seem to avoid situations with colors, don't you? In the security room, you sheered away from the color puzzles, even though it was nothing but putting the wires in the right spots. It wasn't hard, Jasmine. At the pool, there was a simple puzzle. Put the colors of the rainbow in order starting from green. You had me do it because you didn't want to. No, it's because you couldn't, right? In the infirmary, you were having issues with a simple color-based puzzle too. In the infirmary. Wait. I frowned, shaking my head. I've never gone there. What's that about? Forget that. Anyway, the point is, you're bad with colors, Jasmine. What's up with that? You suggested you weren't Jasmine, right? Then who the fuck are you? She remained silent for a while. Her free hand reached into her clothing. I saw a glint of metal cutting through the air, and I let go to avoid it in extremis.
You want to know who I am? Are you sure, Simon? You want to know who I am?
The movement she'd made with the knife destabilized her to such a degree she dropped it to the ground. I watched as she reached up to hold her head again, much as she'd done in the pool.
I'm a bad girl. I've done some terrible things. I've manipulated people. I've killed people. I've sent teenagers. Simon. I've sent teenagers to their death. You wanna know who I am? I'm not Jasmine. I know that now. I have memories, and those may be why I feel this remorse about my actions now. I was experimented upon. I remember being smaller because I was smaller. They operated on me until my body recognized the sequence of DNA as the right one. My entire body was changed. but I don't want to be Jasmine, no matter how much better her memories were. Still, I understand your feelings on the matter, so if you call me Jasmine, I'll respond to it anyway, for now. And about the real Jasmine? I don't know where she is. She's not here. She might not be anywhere. I don't know.
She shook her head, shrugging at me afterwards. Then she walked to a plated wall, leaning against it while I grabbed the knife. I looked at it for a moment, as if contemplating why it was here. I didn't know how to take all of this. This explained all the inconsistencies with Jasmine so far, but I wasn't satisfied. I wanted to know who she really was, not who she wasn't. Jasmine? No, not Jasmine. I want to know who you are. I lifted my head to stare at her, so tell me.
My real name. The one that means more to me.
Jasmine bit on her lip, as if admitting it was like slashing a final remaining link to me. It was as if she was giving up on the remnants of the memories surrounding me.
It's Hannah.
Hannah! Wie die Schwester!
I'm Hannah. Whenever I looked at the twins, I had flickers of memories. Now, I know my name. I recognize my sister. I'm Hannah, G's sister. When I sat in the machine, it unblocked my head. It removed the clouds and now a sunny spring is in my mind. Or the image equivalent anyway. They used this machine to implant false memories into me after changing my body to suit their whims. Who? I don't know. I've tried to run away from them once. I never caught the names. Some scientists or others who wore lab coats and strange black suits underneath. Their suits glowed green. I don't know why they were that, but it's what they had.
She sighed, closing her hands into fists. She released her hold, clearly feeling utterly powerless in the wake of those memories.
That's silly, right? I was replaced by an imposter and not a single person noticed. I replaced Jasmine and no one noticed. I guess all the memories of me working on something were fakes. Anyway, I have a sister to take care of now.
She lifted her head to look at me. She looked so tired. I just wanted to grab her and hug her, but I refrained. I didn't know if I had to write anymore. Maybe if she had been Jasmine, but she wasn't. Where was Jasmine? Was she captured by those men too? Was she being tortured as I spoke to its lookalike? Do you know anything about where she is then?
Sorry, I don't know anything about the real Jasmine. If I did, I'd tell you. All I know is that I can't be Jasmine for you anymore. I trust you understand. An individual is shaped by the things they know, remember, and live through. They're made of their surroundings. If someone lives surrounded by a nice, happy family, then they'll grow accordingly. If someone lives through struggles after struggle, they will adapt and grow experience with those, but they will never gain the innocent, happy life from that family. I may be Jasmine, I may be Hannah, but deep inside, I know what I've lived through was Hannah's life. I can't be your Jasmine. All I can do now is move on.
It was easier to accept than I anticipated when I brought up the subject of my doubts, even if I was still shaken by all this. This Jasmine, was at least still somewhere outside.
And you should move on too. For that, we need this.
She reached back into her outfit. I grew cautious, knowing the last time she did was to grab a weapon to try attacking me. A weapon which I know held, unsure what to do with it. I put it in my pocket for now. All she took out was a key. It's a key from earlier.
I know what it's used for. It's for the gates.
She pointed at the gates in the darkness, on the side of the station. With me, she walked over to it. I remained cautious, of course, and stayed outside until I heard the telltale click of the lock coming undone. A short moment later, Jasmine opened the gate.
Are you coming in? Let's go.
I reluctantly entered the dark hallway. I didn't know what we'd do find past this. After a brief walk, we found a brightly lit room. It was tiny. Oh! Ein Aufzug! Upon entering it, I saw it wasn't a room but an elevator. Does this go outside?
I think so. However,
she pressed one of the buttons. Nothing happened.
Maybe it doesn't work to leave. I think This connects with the passage beyond the scanner gate above. If that's the case, then we can't stop at any level beyond the scanner gate or the outside. Maybe it's only used to move between floors. As to what's on each floor, I don't know. Let's try 2 floors down instead of 1.
Down? Why?
My sister's waiting.
The elevator moved. It didn't take very long and we arrived at the level below. 2 floors below our previous one. Most of this was out of my understanding. Her sister was at another station altogether. Oh, ist jeder dieser Floors, so gesagt das Spiel, nur mit anderen Leuten, mit anderen Wegen. Und die Änderungen werden dann immer wieder hoch und runter geschickt. Das kann sein. What does this mean?
Come.
She let me out of there, giving me no choice. I entered the darkness, only to emerge from it a moment later. Into the station I just left. Was it? How's this possible? Jasmine, what do you know?
I'll let you think about it while you wait here. If I'm right, then you'll see the twins coming out soon.
The twins? But
I'm going further in with the elevator. I'll come back momentarily.
And she vanished into the darkness again. What does this mean? Maybe the elevator wasn't moving up and down as I thought it was. Maybe it was moving sideways? If that's the case, then it could move even faster than the train. Was it a teleportation device? No, that seemed even sillier. Aliens would have needed to invent that so we could use it. And there was none of that in the story. I contemplated what it really meant for a while. Jasmine emerged from the darkness again, this time running at me hurriedly.
Simon, the last station is weird. You really should have a look.
What happened?
There's no one there. I thought I'd see Marco and Ray, but there's nobody. Just go check floor -28. We're on floor -26 right now, for reference. The floor marked -27 will be the reactor, then... and -28 will be the station below it.
Wait. What do you mean? That doesn't work. That's not how an elevator works. It moves sideways and...
No, you're wrong. You're the one who doesn't understand how elevators work, Simon. They don't move sideways. They move up and down. Every station here is not far away. It's on a different level altogether.
But what about the train? We take the train every time. Oh, that map. I had a vision of the map. That one that said oval tree. Okay. Oval tree! That strange map. The map doesn't fit in with the rest. It's an anagram. Oval tree stands for elevator. Oh! Elevator. Okay. Wait. Do you mean by that? The elevator map was actually situated on both ends of the train? And to simulate the train moving, it was lifting the entire thing up. Oh. And rotating it to fit the maps. Each station has either an exit in the upper left or lower right corner. Which means that if you rotate all of them, they all end up with the same goddamn elevator.
Yep, that's correct.
Oh, das ist clever. Das heißt, jeder Raum ist so gesagt der gleiche Raum. Und du kommst immer da raus oder da raus. Oh, das ist bescheuert.
That's an elevator we're taking, because each station is like a sandwich. In fact, this entire thing is an enormous, gigantic sandwich. Each deck station on which we wait for the train is a slice of bread, and each station, with some kind of active search area, is one of the many meats between the slice of bread. Which means we're some kind of deep underground tower. Ever had the feeling like you had a headache somewhere around the step?
A little, yeah.
It's pressure. The ambient pressure is squeezing us. That's why you're having that headache.
But wait, this means the elevator would need to lift or lower the train and also make it rotate. That's monstrous.
I think we're against something bigger than we could have ever imagined.
We remained quiet for a few moments in the light of these discoveries.
Anyway, since you're not going down there, I'll let you know that what's there.
But before she could speak, the twins emerged from the nearby lobby. Jasmine looked at Hannah, while the two girls stared at her, surprised and apprehensive. A long, awkward moment passed by until I clipped my throat.
Listen,
Jasmine finally moved forward towards the twins. She took several long-winded moments to explain everything to them. I didn't feel like I had the right to intrude on that, so I waited aside for it to be over. Once all was said and done, Jasmine came by me again.
Simon, I told him about everything. I will be leaving with my sister now.
It was difficult for me to imagine how the conversation had gone down. I hadn't paid attention to it, to give them the privacy they deserved. Or at least, as much as they get in here. From what I could see, Hannah had accepted not Jasmine's words as truth. Perhaps she'd felt similarly in the end. If you're leaving, what does that do for us? Couldn't we just use the elevator to do so?
No. The buttons that goes to the ground floor, floor 0, doesn't work. I assume we have to take the elevator from one of the scanner gates instead. Otherwise we don't have access to it. That must be to ensure we solve this game the proper way. Stupid fucking game.
And about the station below? What were you going to say earlier?
Oh, Dad. You know, you just go for it. Once I'll go, you have plenty of time anyway. I don't know if only 2 of us are allowed to leave. I know one thing though. That knife person business. It's a farce.
I looked over at Hannah. For a split second I thought it might have been the twin, but she shook her head.
She's right. There's no ninth person as far as we found. Maybe there isn't one at all. There may have not been one, so it comes down to this. I know I have to leave anyway.
Wait, what is it?
Before I answer that, I want to know. What's your color number again?
I wonder what that had to do with that minute. It's 2. Yours is 8, right?
Yes, that's right. That's too bad though. There's nothing I can do about your own chance of escaping. Either way, whatever you do, don't walk up these steps.
Wait, you're going to leave even if you know it might lock us out?
What do you want me to do, Simon? I can't leave with you. None of us here can. If you leave, maybe we'll be locked out. Maybe all 3 of us will be. Isn't that unfair too?
I had to admit she did make a point. Maybe if the door's only open for 2 of us, as Money had emphasized, maybe the 2 who should escape need to be Jasmine and G. No, the real Hannah and his sister. Okay, I'll stay out then. I know if I enter after you both, everyone will be penalized. The pink-haired girl I once thought was my childhood friend smiled at me one last time. Was this the last time I've ever seen of Jasmine?
Thanks for your help, but now I have a sister to take care of, as I told you. You take care too, okay? I'll try to help from the outside in any way I can. Feel free to use a knife to defend yourself if you need to do so. I'll give it to Hannah if she needs it more than you do. Whatever you do with it, it's up to you now. Just try to stay alive so you can escape, and find the real Jasmine. Goodbye, Simon.
In some fashion, I felt as though I've been betrayed when she left with the area with G. Did I have any chance of escaping now? As she disappeared with her sister, I wondered about this fate. Perhaps it was better this way. It was like Jasmine herself gave me the task to find her. A mission, given by her. What else would I have to sacrifice to make it happen, though? Hannah. I turned around to face Hannah again.
It's difficult to stomach it, but all along, I've known deep inside that I wasn't Hannah. I don't really have a name, so I guess it's fine if you call me Hannah anyway. It's the only name I've ever had, but now, I don't really know what to do. There's no place for me here. I'll stick around and help you if you have to. There's got to be another way to escape from here.
Well, we could always investigate the lower stations. And if it doesn't bring us anywhere new, we can try to climb up the elevator shaft from the highest possible station. That way, we can emerge from the doors at the top and escape while avoiding Smiley's game.
Seems sensible. Speaking of, has Jasmine, the real Hannah, taught you what it was?
Oh, is it relevant?
I guess not, but it may be useful to know anyway. I'm not a real person. I'm some kind of clone, like a robot. I can go fast and hit hard.
She flexed a little. I couldn't help but break some kind of sad smile at her side. Alright, then you'll protect me. It's dangerous to go alone, so take this. I gave her my sword, I mean the knife I had before. She held it for a moment before stuffing it in her pants, keeping it ready when needed. Alright, we might need that key Jasmine had. Damn.
Don't worry. She left it to me though, too.
The girl took it out, showing it to me as if proving her words. I nodded and set off towards the darkness in the hallway. Hey! Neue Mission mit Hannah! She followed me, and we both entered the elevator. Once inside, I pressed on the button to go down. It began moving.
It's strange to think that all this time we've been making up and down instead of sideways like we thought. Where do you think we are for real? This isn't the metro.
Maybe wonder it. Where? I don't know. Does it matter? I'm not sure. As long as we can leave somehow. The elevator stopped. I left it and emerged back into the station. This time on floor -28, as I acted on what Not Jasmine had suggested. The twin came with me, and we both examined our surroundings. Across the tracks, the station was closed. There was a lobby leading to the reactor. Marco and Ray were both taking the sweetest time solving this room. I turned around and looked at the side. What Not Jasmine but really Hannah said was true. The door was open, and beyond was a lobby with a flight of stairs. What's in here? I was apprehensive about entering this place, because if it would detect me as a third party and kill Marco, Ray, and me, I wouldn't forgive myself. I told Hannah, and she took out the maps to check what it looked like on the reactor floor. Only one flight of stairs connected to it. Unlike all the other stations, there was no second set of stairs. Wait. The theater station also didn't have 2 flights of stairs. Could it be? I have a hunch, but I need to go inside to make sure. Want to come with?
Sure. Sure.
We entered the lobby. The door did not close behind us. I realized there was no way we could have gotten to the side of the station without using the elevator, or moving across the rails too. I thought about as we ascended. It couldn't get here because it was a station the train started at in our metro system. The same was for the upper area, the one with the theater. It was a station the train would be at when it came from the other side. As I thought about all of this, the stairs continued. There were more stairs than I ever thought was possible. Despite that, I hardly felt tired. Maybe it was my adrenaline at work. Finally reached a lobby. We quickly stepped outside. It's just as I thought. The staircase connect.
The one from the reactor connects to this one? Which one is this?
We're at the theater. The absolute top. I think it's floor -2. So that is the theater itself. Or floor -1. And finally, right above it, is floor 0. Or the metro itself.
That makes sense. But these staircases only connect both ends of the metro tower. We can't use them to escape.
Then we might as well take the elevator and lock all the gates, so we can freely move without using the train. We shall meet with the others in the launch too.
Good plan. Let's do this.
As we moved forward again, I froze in sudden shock. I realized something horrible. Annette disregarded me and continued on. I couldn't move though. If all the stations connected, and there really was only one working elevator for the entire lot, then that meant there really was only one exit. All this time, there had been one single exit. This confirmed what I feared earlier. Miley said 2 of us could leave. He didn't say 2 of us and then everyone else, when the 9th person came to get them again, could leave. For some reason, I didn't think about this before too much. We really are stuck here, huh? I laughed sadly for a bit. When I stopped, I realized Hannah had gone on and ahead without me. I thought she would have waited, but she didn't. Well, I guess I'll go search for her. I shook my head, having no goal anymore as I called for the elevator. Since Hannah was using it a lot, it took a while to get to me. I emerged at the floor that had called it. I thought it might have been Hannah, but as the doors opened, I saw a figure run away in the darkness. Of course, I couldn't tell who it was. Hannah? Let's continue going down and locking all of them. As I emerged from the darkness, I hit my foot on something. It was Hannah's head. Hannah? It wasn't attached to Hannah's body anymore. It was sliced right off. All I had activated for some reasons beyond my understanding was also gone. Oh, what happened here? Did someone do this? The figure that ran away came to mind. Someone had then. I looked around her body, but the key to unlock the elevator was missing, and so was the knife. The fuck took them? Fuck! We were supposed to find another way out! Turning her body over, I noticed there was a stab in her chest too. Why was the stab there if the collar had been triggered? This doesn't add up. The knife's missing, the key's missing, and the collar's missing. Why? I stood back up and walked back into the darkness. I thought maybe I was frightening and emotionless when faced with the fate of someone died. Truth be told, I guess I just couldn't bring myself to care about anything now that I knew I was most likely stuck here forever. I pushed on the button to go up one pair of floors. I didn't really know where I was going, but I was going somewhere. I didn't have the key, so I couldn't go down, only up. Certainly the person who had the key, the knife, and Hannah's collar knew this. When I came upon the station above the previous one, I readied myself for the possible attacker. I could already eliminate 2 suspects at least. The first to be eliminated was A, who was lying down in the pool of his own blood, clearly dead, with a bloodied knife making a trail from under him to the side. It must have been stabbed into him, and he removed it himself. The other suspect I could eliminate was E, which left only Marco and Ray. Why could I have done so? Because she was holding her bloody body was sitting against the bottom of a wall. I rushed to her.
Who's there?
She coughed. I couldn't do anything for her as I watched her. I took her hand in mine, but as soon as I pulled it away from her, I realized how bad the damage was. There was so much blood. I could hardly stand aside. Everything was blood.
I don't think I'm gonna live. I'm just going to die like that.
She coughed again. I've never felt more powerless than this, but it was my duty to listen to her final words at the very least. I didn't know where it was bleeding, and I didn't know how to stop the bleeding. I wanted to help, but I couldn't. The worst of all I could do was trace my letter in the palm of her hand, hoping she would understand if I put S there. She nodded slowly.
I see. So it's coming back for me now. Ironic. But listen carefully. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I have a feeling I must. I must because it's the only time I can do so. So listen. Listen.
She was growing weaker. I tried to urge her not to say anything else, but I didn't know how to. Whatever I said, she wouldn't hear. Whatever I did, she wouldn't see. All I could do was listen.
The first letter is E.
She stopped moving right after saying this. What did she mean by the first letter? The first letter of her name? The first letter of what? After she was terminated, I could check her body for the wound better. She'd grown so stiff quickly, though. It made the job a little harder than I thought. Judging by the trail of blood coming down from the wall, I could deduce whoever did this had a gun. The trails come down were similar to what it would look like if someone shot through a body. I'd seen enough of this in movies and games to know what it looked like. What the hell? If someone was still armed, there'd be a problem. But why would they have grabbed a knife from Hannah then? A gun was way better. Immediately following that thought, there was a sharp pain in my back. Someone chuckled behind me. Somehow, someone grabbed a knife and stabbed me. I couldn't turn around to see them. All I could do was fall down to the ground in silence. And that's why the knife was silent. The gun, not so much. That must have been why they grabbed it from the twin then. It was only another victim to them. Whoever it was. They had to pay. Even if I couldn't make them pay, I hoped someone else would. All I could do was wait while darkness embraced me. Und wir haben das grüne Ending freigeschaltet. Oh, Leute! Wir kriegen halt alles zusammen hier. Wir kriegen halt jedes Ende hin. Wow. Wow. Ich bin begeistert. Wir kriegen fast alle Endings jetzt gerade hin. Fehlt eigentlich nur noch das grüne und dann haben wir das Hauptending. Ah, Leute. Wir kommen der Sache näher. Gut, wir wissen jetzt also, dass der erste Buchstabe ist E, dann I, dann L und dann Y. Eili? Ailen? Ailet? Ailes? Ailt? Okay. Wir wissen jetzt auch, dass Jasmine nur ein Lookalike ist und eigentlich die Schwester von G ist. Hannah wissen wir schon längst, ist ein Roboter oder ein Klon. Wir wissen jetzt noch, dass mit der Zug kein Zug ist, sondern ein Aufzug. Und dass alles ein Turm ist. Und dass es einen Ausweg gibt, der nach oben führt zu 0. Die Frage ist aber... Was ist das für ein Wort? Das ist die Frage jetzt. E-I-L-Y. Eileen. Ich meine, das Einzige einfach wie Eileen. Aber Eileen macht keinen Sinn. Das ist ein Name, das stimmt wohl. Aber warum sollte man einen Namen dafür haben wollen? Ist doch Eileen, oder? Genau, da haben wir E. Da haben wir das Viech, da haben wir das Viech und da haben wir das E. E. Oh, verdammt. Ups. Upsi. E. Verdammt, nochmal. E. I. L. Y. Ja. Aelin? Ist das Bad Ending? Jake. Okay, warte, wo ist Ending A? Wo ist Ending A? Ending N? Ending K? Ending A? Ending Q? Ending M? L? G? F? E? J? P? Ist das erste Ending, was ich kriegen sollte hier? B. Ach, da. Ending A, Ending B. Ending... So, Ending C. Wo ist Ending C? Ending C. Ending D. Ending E ist da unten irgendwo. Ending E, Ending F. Ending G. Ending H. 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 M. K. N. B. I. H. I. Okay, also wir haben langsam alle Buchstaben, das ist gut. Gut, dann gucken wir noch kurz bei den CGIs mal kurz rein. Mit Extras. Ich glaube, viel finden sie mir, oder? Ah, guck mal. Lexikon. Ich will mal kurz bei I was gucken. Bei Jasmine. Aber es gibt keins, wo steht Jasmine Lookalike oder sowas in der Art. Ach doch, the real Jasmine. Aha! Hannah said that she didn't know where the real Jasmine was, and that's completely correct. Simon does not know either, and that is the case for everyone else. If that's the case, what is Jasmine like in reality, and where is she located? The answer to the former is pretty much what you've seen so far. The Jasmine in the story, even if it's really Hannah, does have the manner and personality of the real Jasmine. As of the day of the brain scan, used to copy her was taken. As for the other question, wouldn't you want to know? Ja, ein bisschen. Bildermäßig haben wir doch fast alle. Ich mag das Bild am liebsten. Mit Ida oben. So, hallo. Okay. Dann, beim nächsten Mal machen wir das letzte uns bekannte Ending bisher. Und zwar das Grüne, das Hellgrüne, das genau hier ist. Falsch, dunkelgrün, Entschuldigung, dunkelgrün. Das direkt ans Gelbe anschließt. Das heißt, wir müssen eigentlich nicht viel machen, weil wir direkt hier weitermachen werden. Cool. Dann bis nächstes Mal. Ciao.